Hi and welcome to this live currency stream indicator table video with me, John, on this Friday, the 24th of November. So we can see that the New Zealand dollar has come to the top of the tables today. The Australian dollar still a strong currency, and we were looking at opportunities on sort of Aussie US dollar, Aussie yen, and Aussie CAD. Now CAD has dropped away from the day traders table. It still appears here on the trend traders table, so there could still be some opportunity on Aussie CAD. I actually ended up cancelling my order, the buy limit order that I placed yesterday, simply because price just kind of carried on away from it, and we were coming into the evening, and I wanted to basically close it out in case there was any gaps in the market overnight, and so I've left that out. But if you are in that position, I will show you the kind of update with regards to where that is. I really do like these yen pairs at the moment, pound yen in particular. Pound markets look really good at the moment. We've got a lot of momentum coming in on these pound pairs at the minute. If I just go and bring in the dashboard, actually it's not been updated just yet, so let me actually bring in the other dashboard for a second. We can see here that there is some momentum behind the pound market, and there's also a little bit of momentum here in the yen as well. So pound yen could be one to watch. We were trying to look at an opportunity to get long on pound yen yesterday. We unfortunately didn't get the opportunity to jump on a move there. I've also tried to get long Aussie yen as well. Again, didn't quite get the pullback that I was looking for in order to get long for me personally. So we will go take a look at those markets again. So let's just dive straight in. There's not much in terms of news today either. There is a little bit of dollar data coming up this afternoon. If we just scroll down, you can see that we've got US services PMIs out this afternoon, so maybe there's a little bit of something that we could possibly take a look at with regards to the US. So let's dive straight in. Let's go to Aussie yen first. So I've actually been kind of playing around with potential orders here at the moment, because we were basically looking to see if price could trade back towards this area here yesterday, around about that 97 sort of 70 area where these lows were. We wanted to see if price could come back to that level and maybe go long from here, but price just continued to push higher yesterday by about 46 pips. It then overnight came back, tapped the 50 MA on this 30-minute time frame, rallied again, and then consolidated at the exact same place before breaking higher. So I have set another alert around about the 98 area in case price comes back down and tries to push back to the upside here. My only concern now is that we're obviously heading higher, and we haven't got much room to go before we hit that 98.60 level. We've got about 35 pips to go there, and if I was looking at it in terms of risk to reward ratios, obviously I like to put my stop loss sometimes below the 200 MA, and that's 37 pips, so we haven't really got the risk to reward ratio here unless we go even lower. If we go to sort of the 15-minute time frame here and we look for an entry down towards these lows, maybe a break above the 50 on the 15 moving average, then we've got 20 pips to the 36 pips. So that's how we can try and get something out of this potentially. So I have set an alert down here at the 98.05 handle, looking to see if we can get a retest and a potential continuation at that point through there. Let's hop over to Aussie US dollar, because if you had kept this order open, this would be your current position. It's not really doing anything. We've pretty much just gone sideways, and that's because price is so close to that daily resistance level. And when we do get to these big levels of support and resistance, price can often just move sideways before making a decision whether it's going to continue to the upside or whether it's going to break to the downside. So at the moment, I think if you are in this position, you know, you are close to a one-to-one target. I think if it got to the highs here, I'd happily bank that and walk away from that position here. Let's just hop quickly over to Aussie CAD then. So this was the original order entry in here. We had a stop loss of 30 pips, currently up about 17 pips at the moment. Did get to nearly the one-to-one there, got to the highs of 27 pips. I think if you're in this, you're okay, really. My concern is, again, the fact that we kind of pulled back. We're not really seeing the momentum to the upside at the moment. We're just kind of moving sideways. That's not to say that it's not going to come, because the tables are showing that the Australian dollar is a stronger currency at the moment. I can see from the dashboard, though, that you look at the Aussie pairs, there's not a huge amount of momentum behind them. Aussie Swiss and Aussie US dollar have got the most sort of short-term momentum behind them at this current moment in time. So those are more the markets we probably should be more kind of looking towards, that sort of Aussie Swiss potential move to the upside here, for instance. Could be something to watch out for as the price tries to head for that 0.59 handle through there. But my focus really is on those yen pairs. We've got Aussie yen, obviously, that we could look into. Now, pound yen was something that we were also interested in. And again, we had this kind of consolidation area. I was looking to see, could we get a retest of this consolidation before price pushed back to the upside. We didn't get that, unfortunately. Price came into the moving averages here, closed above it, and has continued to push higher. And very similar to Aussie yen, we're kind of approaching this key daily swing high now, which is that 188 handle. I don't feel like we've got any kind of risk reward ratio to try and use here. Again, the only thing I can think of is if price does pull all the way back down towards this kind of moving average and these previous lows, then that could be an area we get long tighter stop losses to see if price will kind of retest that zone, because at least then on a lower time frame we have got the ability to have a tighter stop loss, with the ability to then also kind of gain a good risk reward ratio at that point. So the only way I can see us getting involved with these is on a lower time frame. But again, when you go to lower time frames, you run the risk of being stopped out as well, because your stops are naturally tighter as well. So you do run the risk of that potential. So at the moment, the momentum is definitely with the yen pairs. The other yen pair that we could look at is Kiwi yen. The difference between Kiwi and the rest of them is that actually Kiwi's got a little bit more room to go. So this is where I'd actually like to focus some attention. So those previous daily swing highs that formed on the 15th of November are up here at the 91.10 handle. And if I just zoom out as well, this is a big level of resistance. If I just pop up to the weekly time frame and zoom out, these highs were back in 2015, back in March and April 2015. We can see that there's potential for price to kind of push into that level there as well. So I actually think out of all of them, Kiwi yen's got a little bit more room to the upside. Big selling coming in at that point as well. So I'd like to see if price could maybe come and retest back down towards these lows and look for an opportunity to the upside there. 30-minute time frame as well would suit this pretty nicely as well, because you've got that 50 MA running through there as well. So around about the 90.45 down to this 90.38 could be something to look out for. I'm actually going to place an alert on the moving average here, so that's 90.42. I want to see if price can pull back into here, reject it, close back above, give us another opportunity to get involved. On this time frame as well, we can kind of see like a potential sort of trend line running through there, maybe even a little bit of a sort of channel being built up at that point as well. So maybe price will come back and sort of hit the channel lows in with that confluence of the 50 MA and the hourly lows that are here right now. So potentially all those confluences added together could lean us towards a potential long opportunity on Kiwi yen. I think the bonus with this one is, let's say price came into this level here, ATRs are around about 33 pips, and the 200 moving average on this hourly, on this 30-minute time frame is 36 pips, and you've got nearly a 2-to-1 risk reward up to that level of resistance. We could probably go with a bit of a tighter stop, because obviously this low in here is also adding a little bit of protection for price. So probably could go in at sort of like a 20. Let's see where that low is. That's about 22 pips, maybe around about 26, 27 pips, just because spreads are a little bit higher on Kiwi yen. But then that 2-to-1 comes within the range of those highs around about that 91.10 handle. So that's what I quite like here. I think Kiwi Yen's actually a little bit more of a place I want to focus on with regards to the potential for price to continue to push higher here as we kind of look for that yen risk on play. So Aussie Yen was something we had a little look at. If price can pull back, maybe there's something on the lower time frames we could try and take an opportunity on. Kiwi Yen I quite like as well. I would be very, very interested in a pound yen long as well, but this needs to be done on a lower time frame as well because we're so close to that resistance level. Let's just pop an alert here as well. We'll go 187 spot 36, but I think for me, the one to watch really is that Kiwi Yen, just because the risk to reward ratio is better and we can have a sort of bigger stop loss as well. So it gives the market a chance to breathe as well. Okay, so Kiwi Yen one to focus on. I hope you've enjoyed all the content this week. If you are in Aussie CAD and Aussie dollar, they are in profits, but they're not really doing much at the moment, so it's probably best to exit those positions for a little bit of profit towards the end of the week. And I will catch you in the next videos.